Okay, so we've passed through just getting it built. Now we need to zoom in and be able to extrude. But before I do that, I really have to clean this up because extrude doesn't like overlapping lines. So now we're going to use this command that's called trim. So if you see the white line shows that that's the one it's looking at. If you notice up here it looks slightly darker. It's like a dark dashed gray line. That means that's the piece of the line that's going to cut off. So there you go. I can also just click my mouse and drag through. If you see that blue line, that means it's cutting everything in its path like Pac-Man. So whenever you're trimming, you want to make sure that this looks like a street intersection or a highway. You don't want any overlapping lines at all. Now sometimes there's these little remainder dots. That shouldn't be a problem. So just try to make sure that these are all nice and cleaned up. So you'll need to pan over, make sure even stuff like this needs to be cleaned out. And really, you have to do this one part at a time. And you want to go through every single corner and clean out everything. So busy intersections that look like this, they really have to go away. Now, keep track of all these lines because you can zoom in and have stuff like this going on. You can keep trimming, just make sure you really zoom in and take care of everything because you don't want anything left behind. Even something like this that looks like you're done, you really have to get rid of it. So once again, has to be all clean. Even this has to go. So every intersection has to be no overlapping lines at all. So going through, you can carefully go through all of these. Notice how the dimension changed. Let me go real quick and do undo. Let's zoom out. If a dimension's giving you problems, escape out of everything. Let's click on that dimension and hit delete. And then hopefully you can go back in. Let's go back to trim, and it shouldn't give you a problem anymore because that dimension is trying to lock in what you drew. But like I said, if it gives you problems, just go ahead and delete that dimension line. So this is a preview of how you got to get everything done. I'm not going to trim every single one because they're all the same, so all the corners got to look open just like these. Make sure everything's nice and clean so that you can be able to extrude, which if everything works out, I'll show that in the next video.